what makes a building alive is the people who are in it. And I always respected my leaders who made me feel important, that I really was a bullet of the chain. I was important in the whole process of the guests coming in.
Welcome to our podcast, The Future of Hospitality. I am your host, Arjan Eikelenboom. Today's guest designed her own hotel as a little girl, and today she's actually doing it for real. From leading iconic properties to building boutique hotels with soul, she's redefining what guest experience means. Later, we'll hear how she breathes new life into tired hotels and why she believes boutique hotels are the future of urban tourism. Nicoline Montanus, Director of Arc Hotels with a Q. Welcome to our show, Nicoline.
Thank you so much, and thank you for inviting me on this beautiful day here. And I'm really looking forward to this podcast show.
I was thinking the same thing. Let's shine. There we go. Let me just ask you straight this question. What does a 10 out of 10 guest experience mean to you?
Well, of course, it's different for everybody, but for me, it really what really is important and gives the 10 out of 10 is attention from people who work there and their love for our job, which brings us back to the really core of hospitality, is being seen, the value of acknowledgement. I think that's for me the most important part of my stay, that people are really happy to see me and want to give me a very warm welcome. And the other very important point is cleanliness, which brings me to the point how important staff is in our job, that our housekeeping team is super important, because if your room is not clean, you feel not acknowledged. So there are actually 2 points which are for me very important.
Oh, I see what you mean. You know what? I never thought about that. But if it's not really, really pristine clean as we want it, it feels like they didn't do their other best for me.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Yeah. I like that. You're right. Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right. Other question. If I would give you 50K today for one hotel improvement, where would you spend it first?
That's an interesting question, actually. You would think people will say, give me a luxury spa or private dining or a new airco. I don't know, but we from ARC really believe that it all starts with our staff and with people, so the guests and our employees. So I would go to a really fancy restaurant with my staff and enjoy the evening and show my staff that I really appreciate them. And if there's some money left, the 50K,
we go out for a drink.
Yeah, exactly. We go to a bar and dance all night long. And then I would say spend it to comfort to our guests. And that is in the beds. So really good duvets, really good pillows, because that's what can make or break a stay of our guests.
Okay.
Then I think the 50K is done already.
You're right. Yeah. Oh, a few duvet cover sets. Come on.
Yeah, and after the
mattress.
Dinner, it's done. Yeah.
All right. A few short ones I will fire at you just to keep the energy going, because I really like this. What you said about indeed that the mattress. I was like, you know what, the pillows. That's the first thing I think about when I go sit in the bed on a hotel. I feel okay. How does it sit? How do the pillows fit? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
I like it or not. Yeah. No, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. I mean, I could just picture myself doing that exact thing. Favorite boutique hotel, not one of your own.
Well, I stayed this summer in a fantastic. I would really recommend you going there. It's called Agave in Central. It's in Milan, in Italy. Wow, what she does over there, she's by herself. The owner started in Florence. She made a farm and she transformed it to a small boutique hotel. And what she does is actually what I really like is guests come in and well, she's almost embracing you, but she will help you with the luggage, her staff as well. She's really committed to everybody who's coming in. I want to know you. What are you going to do? I'm going to bring you to the home. Is everything okay? And we were there with a lot of kids and a dog, and we drove hundreds of miles. It was hot, and she just did it perfectly. And it's a really small boutique hotel in the super center of Milan. I think that's a very good example of doing what you love in your job. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what you just described is the core of organic, natural hospitality.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, the location, Italy. I mean, she probably built the whole thing herself from maybe not from scratch, but what I'm hearing is someone who, okay, this is mine, and I'm going to do it the best way possible. Which is something, to be honest, that I was dreaming of that when I was really, really, really young.
Aww.
Probably the same as I was. I want to do it. I want to have a restaurant. And I remember that, a restaurant with only a few tables and the finest dishes. I think that is a dream of a lot of people, and only a few make that happen. But I think that lady, indeed, that is what what I feel. That lady wants to make you feel as comfortable as possible, and she did.
And that's what the nice thing is of boutique hotels, or being able to give the attention to your guest that specifically and that personal, because you don't have to check in 200 rooms, and you really want to see it all, and you want to embrace the hotel, and you want to experience your stay instead of checking in and get your own pillow out of your suitcase and hopefully the airco will work. That's not what you want. That is, in this time, the experience of being in a hotel is way different than in the past. Yeah.
So things are changing.
For sure.
Well, we're going to talk about that. First, I want to know from you, what is the best city for boutique hotels?
It's a really hard question, actually, Arjan. And I can't choose because I really love The Hague. It's so different. It's a beautiful city. It's near the beach, but I live in The Hague, so it's really nice. We've been in Milan, but also it's you would say a capital of a town from a country. Because that's where the magic happens mostly. Of course, also in really small villages. I would also say go to the mountains. I can't choose. It's too hard. But
okay.
I think it actually doesn't really matter in which city you are, because hospitality is hospitality, and you can do it either in the mountains or in the woods or in the beach or in the city. Sure. The experience will be made also by the people who are working there. I can't choose. I will get back to you, okay, on that answer.
Yeah. No, that's good. Well, you know what? You made it perfectly clear. It doesn't. The destination decides what. No, how do I say that? It's not always about the destination. It's about the place where you stay and how the people are welcoming you. That is more important than the destination. All right. The biggest waste of money in hotel design.
I think food cost. I think it's our footprint in hotels is super huge. We spend a lot of water by cleaning all the linen. We spend a lot of electricity because you want to have the lights on when people come in at night. So our footprint is quite big. And I think it's our responsibility in hospitality that we should minimize it where possible. And that's where the food costs and the waste come in. A breakfast is a really important start of the day. And for boutique hotels, it's actually the second point where you are able to talk to your guests. So you want to have a fantastic breakfast. But we all know breakfasts are huge buffets and everything will be thrown away afterwards. I think it's a waste of money and I don't think you need it all.
I think so too.
So I would almost teach people when they stay in hotels, accept a small breakfast. And when you do want to have a big breakfast, ask for it so we can make it personal. But I think a food waste is a waste of money and a waste of environment. So we should
hotels
really
can learn from that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, our guests as well, because a lot of people say, I stayed in hotel XIC and the breakfast was moi because there was not a lot on the breakfast. No, we don't put a lot of things on the breakfast because otherwise we have to throw it away. It's there, but you can always ask for more. But we should change the mind of our guests as well. Lower your expectation due to the environment. You can still have a fantastic breakfast, but not in, how do you say it? In overflood? In overflow?
In abundance.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's a two-way thing we have to talk about. But it's really a waste of money and food and meat and everything.
I see what you mean, especially if it's not that busy. That food is just sitting there, verpieteren, as we say in Dutch.
Yeah, exactly. That's
and then
it.
You have to throw it out.
Yeah, you want to have a fantastic breakfast. So you put a lot of 50 croissants on your buffet while you only have 15 guests in your house because it looks wow. And at the end it will be thrown away.
I remember the first trip I did with my husband years and years ago. We went to I think it was Disney Orlando was the first trip together, and we stayed at a hotel, had breakfast, and we're on our way to the first day in the parks. And I turned around. I said, "Look at the breakfast room. Just all the tables were full of plates, full of food. I mean, that's the other thing. People put so much food on their plates, ordered extra food, didn't even eat it. I said, look at all that waste, and it made me sad. So I totally get what you mean. Yeah. All right, Nicoline, what first drew you to hospitality as a child? Was there a specific moment you knew this is going to be my path?
Yeah, I knew. I actually knew.
Go ahead.
My mom did a hotel school in Switzerland, but she never pushed me to do hotel school. But I remember when I was around 9, I really liked playing hotelletje in our house. So I made a reception of the dining room. I made hotel rooms in the kitchen and in the toilets, and I had my own breakfast room. And I really liked playing hotelletje when I was really young. But I also know that I made I drew my own hotel when I was very young. And I still hope when I grow up that I can one time open my own hotel, which I totally designed when I was 9, because it was so cool. It was a nice building, and you enter the hotel lobby and you look up and you see different floors, and on every floor there was a different theme. like a country or a feeling or music, or but especially what I already felt when I was really young was when you enter a hotel, you instantly feel love and warmth, or you don't. So you instantly feel at home or you don't. And I remember that when I was drawing that picture of the hotel, that's what I wanted to do when I grow up. Give people the feeling that when you come in. I will not embrace you, but please come in. It's so nice here. And I solve all your problems. I mean, you sleep fantastic, you have nice food, and you feel the warmth in my hotel. So yeah, I was quite young when I experienced this feeling.
Do you still have that drawing?
Well,
the design.
I have to look it up at my parents' house. I think I do. My mom always never throws things away, so I have to find it because it should be actually hanging on my wall. It's so nice.
Yeah, you should. I think you should.
Yeah.
Because that's when it started.
Yeah.
So that specific moment, you knew that's going to be. What I want to know is, how did it? Do you think it affected or has? How did it shape you? How you lead today?
Yeah. Yeah. Also with my character, I think I'm arrogant enough to say that I'm a people manager, and giving warmth to a building is quite hard because a building is not alive. So what makes a building alive is the people who are in it. And I always respected my leaders who made me feel important, that I really was a bullet of the chain. I was important in the whole process of the guests coming in. And that's what I learned quite young in my career. And that shaped me because the feeling I had as an employee in a hotel, I really wanted to give that feeling to my staff or to my employees or to my team, because they do the hard work. They are there every day enjoying our guests. And I really think it's important to make them feel acknowledged and valued. Yeah.
What you described to me is like that the owner of that hotel you went to in Italy.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to be that? You want to be? Yeah. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So how do you yourself design a system around your 10 out of 10 guest experience vision?
And what kind of system is it? What you mean then?
To achieve that 10 out of 10. How do you create your own system to make that happen?
Well, it again starts with our staff, with our team.
There we go. Yeah.
Empower the team to grow, but also have them involved in the concept we have. And if you don't like the concept, please find a concept which you like, because otherwise you are not happy in my team. But happiness is, it sounds a bit happiness, but it's really important because they have to be in our hotels for many, many hours, and you want to have a happy life.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the system starts with happy guests, happy staff, and the rest will follow. So I think that's actually the most important point of a system.
Okay. So what inspired you, Arc with a Q, Arc Hotels, and how is it different from other collections out there?
Arc with a Q because it stands for the Q of quality, exactly.
Okay.
That's where it comes from, actually.
That you say
that. Well, what difference us or Arc from other hotels is mostly because we believe in smaller hotels. Smaller hotels are more able to be in the feeling of the city where they're at. So they work with local local companies or local restaurants. They are more able to be an ambassador of the city. And that gives the
I see
full
what you mean.
experience to guests when they stay in a small hotel.
Wow.
Because they just are, they have more flavors of the city in their little building. And also are able to work with the bakery around the corner, or get your vegetables just around the corner, because you don't have to feed 200 guests. You're able to feed 40, but do it fantastic. Or work with a small farm around somewhere in the neighborhood. So the choices you can make are more designed than when you have a big chain hotel, and that's where the love of the hospitality comes in, and that's why ARC is so fantastic, because we are able to make those choices. Better make a good choice than 10 quick choices because of the cost.
And you put that little girl vision in there every day.
Every single day. Yeah, and I hope my team will acknowledge this as well. Yeah, that's true.
When you take over as we call it, a tired property, what's your very first move?
Well, that's an interesting one, because if I visualize it, we take over hotels at this moment because we are growing as ARC Hotels is a new young hotel label. So we see a lot of hotels, and in my career, I've been on the other side of the table. So I was the one who was taken over by companies. And what I actually always missed was the interest in us. What are you doing here? Do you like it here? How do you feel? What do you like most working for this hotel or for this chain? Just the, not really just, but the human interest. So if I come in, when you take over a hotel, it's exciting for me, but for the team, it's terrifying. They lose their confidence. They don't know what's happening.
Because you don't know. Yeah.
No, you don't have no clue. Yeah, they say they're not going to change anything.
I know exactly.
But of course they will change things, because they come in and they want to improve things.
Everything will change.
Yeah. So you feel really uncertain, and when you are uncertain as a person, you're not happy, because it's terrifying. It's scary. Will I have my job in another year, or I have my mortgage to pay, or, it goes much further it goes much further than the line than we take over a hotel. So when I step in a hotel, the first thing I do is just talk to the staff and make them feel okay, and that they are able to tell me their thoughts, their terrifying thoughts, or whatever. Just build trust within a team. That's and actually that's the most fantastic thing to do. To get the connection with the team and ARC. I think that's the greatest thing I like. Yeah. And then the magic happens. Yeah.
So that's the same challenge over and over again when you take over a hotel. It's like, okay, showtime. What's going to happen here?
And of course we look at the building and everything and all the law and is everything okay? But my colleagues will take that responsibility, and I'm here for staff, guests, and to get the best out of the staff in the new way, but without terrifying them in the first days.
So you touched something and you repeated the same word a few times. So that means that you probably experienced this yourself, the terrifying part, the be taken over part. You mentioned it before. So can you walk us through the moment that you worked at a property and it was being taken over?
Yeah, well, we've been taken over quite some times, or little hotels being taken over. I think the biggest difference is in the takeovers we do right now, and which I experienced in the past, is who is taking over you? Which company? Is it a big company who's far away from where we are and have no clue? Which is also totally fine, because that's one way to look at it, and I have the privilege to do it in a different way. So nothing. What I want to say is nothing is good or wrong, but I think I feel more comfortable by doing it our way, instead of without any compassion.
And it's all about compassion and feeling seen. I think that's the red thread.
That's for me the loop, or the way to look at hospitality. Yeah.
Let us walk through a hotel that you took over at some point. What was the state when you arrived, and what did you do to transform it?
Well, we've taken over a hotel which we have totally renovated. So we were able to close the hotel and tear it down from the inside and build it up again with a whole new concept in it. We took over that hotel, which was run by a super dedicated manager, but for 10 years. And you saw the love in the building. It was really good, well stated actually, with paint and with the fabrics. There was no damage and everything. But what you see is that the concept we wanted to have in that hotel, we were not able to have that concept. We needed to renovate in order to have the concept in it. And what the building we just recently renovated was a home of a very well-known writer here in Holland. And that specific writer was looking for a place where his sister lived with a family, and he wanted to stay there because he didn't feel at home with his parents. So he was looking for a building where he felt at home. And exactly that little thing was the start of the concept. So we had to tear down the first of the main floor to have a kitchen, living room. So we were actually able to do that, and the whole concept is in right now, and it's fantastic. It's great to see.
It sounds It sounds like you brought the soul back into the property.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
Something else completely soulless, I would say, but it's also something you are very experienced in, is the IT part in hospitality. Do you think, you can tell me a bit more, or tell us a bit more about that, but do you think is digitalization, is it a friend or a threat to boutique hospitality?
Well, we in ARC believe that digitalization should be a tool to help people instead of replace people. What you see in small hotels is that there's a lot of things being done repeatedly, which could be very efficient if you do it in a digital way, because it is a waste of time. It's more important to open the door to a guest and talk to them instead of do repeatedly things or tasks which can be done by AI. So it is for sure not a threat. I see it as
it's a tool to make the whole guest experience even better.
Yeah, it's just a tool to support. Yeah, it's a tool to support the human touch. And I even think it will give more comfort to guests, because I don't know how you feel about it, but if I enter a hotel and I have to stand in line for about 7-8 minutes, I've not been recognized, or hi guest, I will be with you shortly. So I just wait there for 7 minutes. I'm done already. I mean, and now I can do it from my home.
It's a time bomb. Tick tock, tick tock.
Exactly, and you get more annoyed. Yeah, you get, and it's even 5 or 6 minutes, but you get annoyed, and they're only standing like this. You only see their forehead, and they're not really interested in what you're going to do here. So we believe that the digital part can help our staff and our teams to hello our guests, because things will be done by AI, and it's possible to have it done by AI.
So that part, the front desk, a lot of admin part, should be has to be replaced at some point by modern technology, in order for the people behind the counter. I mean, I fully agree, at least, but that's also the skill sets of the people there. They need to, no matter how busy it is, always say hi. I mean, I remember that from 40 years ago, when the door opens up the restaurant, no matter how busy you are, no matter how many plates you got in your hands or whatever, it's always good afternoon. I'll be back. I'll be there in a second, whatever. I mean, you acknowledge the person for being there. You make people feel seen. That's more important. Then it's okay to wait for another 5 or 10 minutes. Can you please wait? But see, I'm busy. Okay, no problem. Go ahead. I'll wait. That is what you mean.
Yeah.
And AI can take whatever they're busy with, but it can probably be done more efficient with the use of modern technology.
Yeah.
So it's a good mix of both.
Well, and what you see as well with AI is that we sometimes do tasks because we already do them for 500 years, and this obliged us. We have to check our tasks and consider: do we still need to do these tasks, or can we do them more efficient, or can we lose doing these tasks because why are we doing things? So it makes you think or consider again doing tasks or efficiently, or leave it and spend your time to more important things than fill out sheets, which the computer can do. Yeah, I really totally believe in AI. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to hear. When you arrive, you want to be seen. But what I also experience myself at times, and too many times actually now thinking about it, is when you leave a hotel, because there's automatic checkouts, there's someone else behind the counter. That's all right, but you want to say thank you and goodbye. And sometimes I don't get the opportunity to do that. It feels like a missed opportunity. It's the same when you leave a fine dine restaurant, and if there's no one at the door, I feel because it's like when it's cold. Yeah. It's like leaving a plane. There's always the flight attendants, sometimes even the pilot, and that makes it complete. But I feel the same when leaving a restaurant, leaving an hotel. That should be a point of attention as well. Leaving, arriving, and leaving. but it's my personal opinion.
I totally
Okay.
agree.
Yeah. We you also play a role. Like you are the voice of smaller hotels in the city of The Hague for the council. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yeah, sure, I can. What I see is that in cities, we have, of course, our big hotels and big hotels with big chains. They have a big head office behind them, but little hotels are coming up, and little hotels could be boutique hotels, 20 to 40 rooms, because we notice that guests, and I feel it myself as well, if you decide to go to a city, you want to experience your stay instead of go to a big hotel and not being seen, or that nobody actually pays attention. And I'm not saying that's the issue with big hotels, because of course they do it in their own way. But I believe with small hotels, with smaller, little hotel rooms, there's more time to talk to the guests. And guests want to experience that as well. So boutique hotels are opening faster, and are not always at the table with the big hotels, because
No.
being at the table, you sometimes have to pay for it, and it's too expensive for the small hotels. But decisions are being made on those tables. What's happening with the city tax? What's happening with the marketing office from that capital or from that city? And even though boutique hotels are very small, it's an upcoming brand. So it's really important to listen to them as well. And they don't have to be at the table with their 20 boutique hotels, but at least have one at the table so they can... can't find the English word, but then they're able to have one person at the table and to come up for their thoughts and rights as well.
Stronger together. Yeah,
exactly.
I think I know what you mean, because what it was ever since the 70s, 80s, I mean, I'm going back a long time. It's indeed the big hotel brands. Boom, boom, boom. That's hotels. That's what you see. And when you make a jump to today, you see, indeed, I see that everywhere. Smaller hotels, boutique hotels, more personal experiences. I mean, you are more connected to your destination. Your destination is almost in the property. It's like the door to, it's like an indoor garden. Let's put it that way. So you are the voice for these small hotels. Do you notice a difference, in The Hague, with decision making already?
Well, we're now getting on the table. We are starting actually with meetings with all the boutique hotels. I strongly believe that if we have a voice as boutique hotels, and we make a city more interesting with boutique hotels for a guest. So I think it's really important to pay attention to those little hotels, because altogether we might have 600 rooms in boutique hotels. And we have laws where we have to pay attention to, or we want to have specific certificates, but which are actually too expensive for the small hotels to pay for. So I also think companies or certificates should be able to look to the costs again and see if we can all be equal.
Yeah, totally see what you mean. Well, it's good you take up on that It's a heavy task, but you're not afraid to do it.
No, for sure not. And also because I worked in the big hotels myself, which I really love doing. And my whole career was actually built on the bigger hotels. And now I take that experience with me to smaller hotels and try to help them with more knowledge and more information, actually. Yeah.
Wonderful. It's 2030. A guest walks into a boutique hotel. What's different?
I hope that we are able to inform our guests in those coming 5 years that digitalization is not something scary. I hope our guests will enjoy smaller breakfasts in 5 years, so they are okay with different types of breakfasts. I think AI will take over a lot of things, I hope, but I truly hope that our guests will be okay with that, and that they appreciate the attention they get because of AI. So that's what I hope in 5 years, that people are more used to digitalization and help us stay help the hospital. No, I'm actually saying it the other way around. People really love going away for a weekend or stay somewhere else instead of at home. And, I hope we can help each other. We provide the hotels, and our guests will help us getting improved.
Wonderful. Nicoline, thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you for
sharing
me.
Your passion. That was clear. The passion is there for boutique hospitality and fresh starts. And everyone can follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and all the big socials. Also, visit our website, futureofhospitality.org, because hospitality is built on heart, not just hardware. And today we find the right balance how to get there.
Thank you so much.